everyone, I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Brandon. And we're the
Wagners. We're a husband-wife duo who travel all around the country since 2021 for Brandon's travel nursing job.
We love hiking, car camping, new cities, and of course, the best food and drink. Along with adventure, we always look for ways to keep our travel budget-friendly.
So pack your bags and join us as we wander together. Guten Tag Wanderers! I can't believe it, we are already at the last Wandering Wednesday for the Euro series. Don't worry though, before we head back to the US, we have a few Europe-centered Travel Tip Tuesdays coming up for you. Since now you are hopefully inspired and ready to book your own Europe vacation, we will give you all the things that we did, or maybe that we should have done, that will help you plan and execute your own dream Europe vacation. So let's get started exploring Frankfurt. So I have to be honest, we only mainly went to Frankfurt for the airport, and we didn't have very long here, nor did we plan too many things or have that many things we were hoping to do. So we were only here for about a collective 24 hours, and this was the last stop on our 10-day trip. So at this point we were pretty tired, so we kind of just meandered around the city, but we were able to find some fun things to do that I will share with you. So Frankfurt is kind of like the business financial hub in Germany, so it does attract a lot of people here for business. And we really liked our hotel. It was called the Louise Hotel, and it's very centrally located, so that was really nice too. I'll link that in the comments for you.
So I thought it was kind of funny, so I just figured I'd share. You could really tell that since this is like the business district and there's a lot of international tourists, you could tell that the hotel we stayed in, the Louise Hotel, was really catered toward American tourists. First of all was because of the beds. So I haven't talked much about our hotels in Europe, so I'll just get into that a little bit now. For the most part, they're pretty similar. In America, you know, we supersize everything. So all of the beds are like king beds. So this was the only hotel we stayed in that actually had a king bed. All of the others were queens. And then even like on just like looking for hotel listings, a lot of them mentioned twins, which like that's almost unheard of in the States. We pretty much always have a queen. So I thought that was funny. And then second of all, the showers. So our first hotel in Amsterdam was kind of small. It was like an old building. So I thought it was just because it was really old. But the bathroom, you walked in and there was a sink and then the toilet. And then there's just a drain in the floor and like a shower head like attached to the wall. There was no like separate enclosure or like a tub per se. It was just this drain in the floor. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, I guess it's just because this is an old building and whatever. But then this hotel, the Ruby Louise Hotel, was the first one we stayed in that actually had like shower stalls. So everywhere else just had the drain in the floor and the little shower nozzle, which was kind of annoying because then the floor gets all wet. So like you don't want to walk in your socks. But yeah, I thought that was super interesting. It was a culture difference that I wasn't ready for. It was just the difference in the showers, and not a lot of places had the stalls that we're used to. So I don't know. I thought it was a fun observation. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that in the comments.
So let's head into the city. The central area of the city, as well as one of the most famous plazas here, is called the Hauptwache. So the Ruby Louise Hotel is right across the street from the Hauptwache, so we were really happy to be in the thick of it. So being the financial hub, the Hauptwache is full of upscale shopping and high-end stores like Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, as well as other boutiques. One of the biggest buildings that will probably catch your eye with the huge funnel-looking glass front is called MyZeil, and that is a huge, huge mall. So if, like us, the upscale shopping doesn't really do much for you, you can certainly find some of your favorite stores at MyZeil. And if you're even more like us, shopping on vacation isn't really your thing, especially since you have a lot of these stores back home and you'll just need to bring it on the plane anyway, you should still check out MyZeil because just the design of this building and all the escalators and the crazy shaped floors and walls and ceilings are just really fun to check out.
So just like any other mall, there's a lot of food places, but not just a food court. There's like huge restaurants with like full bars. And we even passed a place that had a robot that was serving tables, so that was really cool. And then the bottom floor, there's a huge grocery store, which is super convenient. We actually got our breakfast here the next day, and they had like espresso machines so we could get espresso, fresh pastries, the works.
So after MyZeil, we went to a pub to get some dinner. We were told that something we should try is Harzer, which is sour milk cheese. And I tried it, but I have to be honest, I did not enjoy this at all. I would love to hear from our German friends if this is something that you enjoy. But luckily after that, we could wash it down with a nice hearty German meal. And that was quite good, so we were able to remedy it. But this cheese is not for me. And then after that, we just head back to our hotel to get ready for our last day in Europe. So like I said, the next morning we stopped by MyZeil again just to get some breakfast, and then we just kind of meandered through the city. We did hear that there is a really big market called Kleinmarthalle, which we wanted to check out. So this is pretty similar to other farmers markets. It's like a blend of fresh produce and meats and then other shopping, and there's still like specialty markets for prepared food. So we decided to get some savory pastries for the airport and for our flight later in case we got hungry. They even have a cute little patio where you can drink your wine from the market. The market is open on Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and closed on Sundays. Actually, the more I think about it, a lot of things in Europe are closed on Sundays, so make sure you check hours of things before you make your definite plans. After that, we roamed our way over to Römerberg, which is a really cute traditional German square. On the way, we happened upon a cathedral, and it was a little rainy, so we decided to check it out to escape from the rain for a moment. I kind of felt bad because this was the day after we were at the Cathedral, which is huge and immaculate and really detailed. So this one wasn't quite as crazy, but I did enjoy looking at the insane organ, and then I had the Phantom of the Opera stuck in my head for a little bit. But seriously, think of how insane that would sound on this organ. But if you would like to visit the cathedral, it's called the Cathedral of St. Bartholomew, otherwise known as the Frankfurt Cathedral. It opened up in 1550, so it is still older than the US. And just like last week, I'm sure that making this cathedral without modern technology and equipment would be quite the feat. So I should definitely learn more about the history of construction and how so many immaculate buildings were built all over the world, and especially in Europe without technology. So I would not want to be tasked with that. But just like the other cathedrals we've been to, this is of course no entrance fee, as this is a religious site. They are closed on Mondays. They're open Tuesday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekends. So the rest of Römerberg is really cute and quaint, and if you happen to be here in December, don't forget to check out their Christmas market. So this is a touristy spot with dining and shopping and a bunch of great places to get souvenirs. After that, we just walked around the riverfront promenade that goes along both sides of the main river. Since it was a little rainy, we did stop in a little cafe for some hot chocolates along our way, and then we revisited some of the areas that we had already been to in our last few hours. Since we wanted to eat before heading to the airport, our last stop was another old city gate that was converted into a restaurant. This is the Eschenheimer Turm, or tower. And it was really cozy and trendy inside, and it was actually kind of fun to climb up the tower just to go to the bathroom. We got some more schnitzel and Pfannkuchen, which were some of our favorite dishes here in Germany. So after that, sadly, it was time to head to the airport to head back to the United States. So not only is this a wrap on Frankfurt and Germany, it's a wrap on the Euro Series destination videos. Don't worry, like I said though, we will still have a few videos coming up for you that will focus on planning, budgeting, and mistakes that we made on the trip to help you make your own Europe trip a success. So please remember to like and subscribe for that content, and then of course we'll continue traveling around the United States. We're still living in Northern California, so we still have some more Golden State for you to explore. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed this mini series as much as we did, and we will see you guys next week. Bye!